On many occasions, the male has already been taking the female house hunting to interest her in a possible nest site. He mews, the female joins him, and in gull language they tell each other that this is the place to build. This display is called choking, and the birds will do it time after time. That both partners should agree on the position of the nest is essential, because they take it in turns to incubate the eggs. The repetition of choking helps to imprint the memory of the nest site. They must agree that this is the place.
All we had was an old Bolex camera, and we didn't even have a motor. It was a hand-wound Bolex. We didn't even have a zoom lens. We had two lenses, I think a 2-inch and a 6-inch lens. And when we wanted a close-up, we had to move our hide closer and closer to the birds we were filming. And of course, as you will know, you can't do that immediately. You've got to educate the birds to the hide. So each time we wanted a close-up shot would take us 2 or 3 days of re-education of these birds. And let me tell you that it was Nico Tinbergen who did all the filming on this program, and absolutely fantastic, just an amateur cameraman, but perhaps the greatest ethologist in the world, and of course a genius.
It's rather odd to think that as recently as, and it's not that far away, 1968, nobody actually thought of studying, on film certainly, the kind of relation habits of animals. I mean, what gave you the idea?
Well, what brought me into natural history filming was the fact that I wasn't satisfied with the way it was being shown. We'd been shown some lovely pictures of animals, and the commentator would say, well, here's a lovely little animal, look, it's coloured green or red or blue, and look at the way it's hopping about, isn't it nice? And I said, well, no, to hell with that. I want to know why it's coloured like that. I want to know what it means when it's hopping about like that, when it's making these noises. And I met Tinbergen, who was, as I say, the greatest man in the world at his job. That was ethology, animal behaviour. And he agreed to work with me. And we made a series of programs for the Old Look series for BBC television. And then, all the time we were making them, we were planning Signals for Survival. Yeah. This was the film that we really wanted to make, because we wanted, for the first time, to study in depth the communication of an animal series, of an animal species.